Some people like to argue that the earth was started when the big bang happened, right? And everything exploded, all the matter was created, right? But I like to say that it actually started when America was founded in good old 1776. And with the birth of America came the First Amendment, the right to freedom of speech, the ability to say whatever the fuck you want, wherever, about whatever you want. But never has freedom of speech been challenged like right now in the age of the internet, and more specifically on Twitter. But what I really wanted to get more into was the crime it is that is having your own opinion on the internet. Something that you should really be sent to jail and tortured for, which obviously isn't true, right? You can have an opinion that's different than someone else's, period. It doesn't matter where it is, on the internet or outside in the world, politically, or whatever, right? It's all food for thought, You could feed a fire with logs for ages and it'll burn, right? But if you pour like gasoline on it, maybe it'll get bigger. But this isn't true at all when it comes to Twitter, because when you say something at all that does not go with the popular public opinion, you get lynched, you get paraded, your body gets paraded across the threads of Twitter in this case. And that's something that I really hate about Twitter, that everyone always feels so mad when they're on Twitter. It's like they're always, people are constantly looking for something to be mad about or something to argue about on Twitter. Whereas they're not just like talking with each other. They're more, they're out for blood essentially. They're there and they're looking for something bad to just talk about. And I think this is a really bad like mindset to have, because you go on and you look for something to disagree about, right? That you look for someone that thinks the opposite thing of you, and you want to attack them, because people really want to change others' opinions on things. I don't know why. I see that a lot. People, they see something that someone else doesn't like and that they really like, and they usually try to go out of their way to persuade them that, oh yeah, this thing is amazing, and here's why, and you should like it too, because I like it, and I'm right. And usually that stuff always ends in disaster. It ends with an account with like 2 followers, and they'll probably have their top tweet will be that pinned tweet, and it'll have like 2 likes and a thread with like 80 replies, right? And I think that stuff is really sad to see, because all it ends in is just wasted time by both sides. Threads like that will usually span across like a couple like days, even like weeks, of like people just going back and forth on Twitter, and it's just, in the end, it ends with no one's opinion changing. No one cares. It's just it's dust in the wind, and dust like that, someone will end up breathing it in, and then they'll end up wasting their time too, because they'll end up reading it and they'll get sucked down the rabbit hole, and it ends in like no productivity from any side. And I think stuff like that should really stop, because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. You can read someone else's opinion and you can disagree with it, right? But I don't think it's really necessary to kind of go out of your way and just like start like an argument, pretty much, just an unfair argument where you're pretty much just attacking them because they don't like something that you like. But in the end, it doesn't really do much besides like make the person that's like engaging the argument look bad, and it makes the community that they are a part of look like really bad, because people see this, and then they usually tend to kind of lump the person that started the argument with the community that they're a part of, which isn't a good thing, but it's just kind of how the internet works. You kind of, or it's how like people work in general. They kind of lump together people that are of the same group, and they usually form the same opinions around things, and they kind of see them as one entity. And over time, this is it's expanded from everywhere across all of the Twitter, and I think it even transcends Twitter. I think it makes its way over to Reddit. You see it on Reddit less, but mostly on Twitter, and sometimes even like a YouTube comments, or like any type of like a forum board, like I've seen the things on like weird, like even like game facts where people say like, oh, the opinion of this game by this person. Yeah, I've seen stuff about like a Donkey and a Xenoblade, for example, where he makes a video and he kind of jokes about Xenoblade and some of the voice lines that they had, and people go out and they're like, oh, Donkey, you should take down this video because it makes Xenoblade look bad. It tarnishes its reputation, which I don't think is true at all. I think anyone who thinks that way should actually get like a mental reevaluation, because you're putting way too much weight on what another person says about just something that doesn't matter at all. Yeah, and what I really wanted to get across is that it's not the end of the world to have an opinion. You can like something, you can dislike something, and that's completely fine. No two people should see the exact same way on every single thing, unless you like just made a clone out of yourself through like a hair somehow. But like it's a really unhealthy thing, because they're pretty much searching for something that they're never gonna find, and that's probably very disappointing to hear, but that's just the reality of it. No two people are going to see the exact same way on a thing, and I think it's fine to see both sides of the coin. Recognize that both sides could have their valid criticisms of the other, and just kind of leave it at that. But yeah, just don't get too riled up on the internet. We're all here to have fun in the end, right? We're here to come on with a smile and leave with an even bigger one. But yeah, take care, do something you like, and until next time.